Gaza neighborhood, the diggers are clearing the rubble of a family home. It was where the Al-Tanatis live, and 6 of them are missing. It is difficult work, and all the time they know another airstrike could come. Eventually the victims are found. A mother who was pregnant, her husband and their 3 children all dead. There is a breathtaking destruction here. With artillery, jets, attack helicopters, and from the sea, the Israeli military has been hitting buildings and bringing them down. They continue to insist that they are only targeting militants, but then compare the number of Hamas officials that have been killed with the total number of people who've died. Many women and children among them. There are moments here in Gaza which show an Israeli attempt to limit collateral damage. This man takes a call from an Israeli intelligence official, and it is an attempt to limit the loss of life. But still, imagine taking a conversation like this.
ما قلنا لك في خرابه ورا ليش تنزل الدور اللي قدام؟
طيب ماشي انا فاهم ان شاء الله بس الاماره هذه
خلاص يعني مش عايز الدور اللي حواليها.
Soon after, a small missile hits the road. They call this a soft knock, a last warning that there's an airstrike coming. And then it does. On the other side of the Gaza fence, in fields a few miles into Israel, we watched as Israeli artillery fired off round after round. Well, it's 4 days now since Israel began its retaliatory strikes against Gaza. That's 4 days of near constant bombardment. And yet, despite all this, Hamas has continued with rocket attacks on Israel. In this apartment block, a 5-year-old boy, Ido Avigal, was the victim. And with this propaganda video, Hamas claims they now have a new, longer-range missile, which they fired at Ramon Airport in the south of the country. It's where international flights are being diverted after the main airport was targeted. To the north in central Israel, the country's prime minister, fighting for his political life a few weeks ago, is now casting himself as the defender of the nation.
The defence activity of Iron Dome batteries is giving us an offensive space, and the IDF has already attacked hundreds of targets. We will soon pass 1,000. We continue striking Hamas while defending our citizens. It will take more time. It will take more time, but with great firmness in offence as well as defence, we will achieve our goal of bringing back calm to the state of Israel.
And he does have a huge challenge. Israel is a country more than shaken by the Hamas attacks. Across the nation, racial tension has been stirred. Jewish nationalists and Israeli Arabs in street battles. Lynch mobs are attacking each other in cities and towns all over. Hamas's struggle against its occupier is now being fought on the Israeli streets. It has succeeded in helping create a chaos within. Tonight, back on the border with Gaza, the sky lit up once again as the missile defense system shot Hamas rockets out of the sky. There is no sign of any let-up. Mark Stone, Sky News, in southern Israel.
Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises and glory and honor unto our Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Bahashem Rokakadash, and double honors to our elders and apostle of Great Millstone that taught us His truth by the will and power of our Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Bahashem Rokakadash, and as well unto the sincere brothers and prophets that's pushing out the word of the Lord throughout the four winds of the world. And shalom go to the true believers that believe in the gospel and that believe in the name of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh. And shalom and praises goes to the elect of the nation of Israel that the Most High is waking up in these very last days, and that He's saving in these very last days, which is made up of y'all so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and scattered Israelites amongst the other nations, as prophesied. Now, I played a quick clip, that's going on throughout the news, and that's really what's going on around the world, man, worldwide. which is going to be an update of war, of as what's going on over there in the so-called Middle East, all right, in the land of the Lord, which is Israel, man. Okay, that's the update of what's going on over there, man. And I'm gonna start off, and as I got it up, this is the book of First Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, okay, and starting at verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then a sudden destruction cometh upon them as travailers upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, and what is that? That's the judgment. As you got most people here in America, they believe in peace and safety. Okay, as all the other things that's going on in the Middle East, man. What's going on worldwide. Okay, because of the things that's happening worldwide, with the things that's happening over there in the Middle East, it's affecting worldwide, man. Because it's biblical. The things that's happening right now is biblical, man. Okay, just because you're not in it doesn't mean that you're not going to be part of destruction. Okay, so we at that time, man. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and it reads, I'm going to start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Okay, so we at that time, man. We at the time of the Son of Man, Yahweh Shah, to come back on earth, Verse 4, and Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Don't be deceived by anybody, man. Especially not by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, as he got most of the Israelites here in America, man, being deceived, okay, of the philosophy of America, of this place, of thinking that war is not going to come upon you, man, and it says, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Isn't that what's happening right now? Isn't that what's going on over there in the land of Israel? You got people, most of the Israelites here in America, you're hearing this, man. People that's taking heed to it, because you got some people out here that don't even watch the news, so don't keep up with things like that, or don't even hear things of that, man, because they're so lost in the sauce, right? But that's what's happening, man. You're hearing wars and rumors of wars, man. People are getting blown up, man. These other nations, the heathens, they being judged right now, man. Because that's all it really is. It's the judgment of the Lord. Okay? But it's coming near you, man. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Because the end is not yet, man. Because all the prophecy got to be fulfilled. Especially here in America. Because this is the one place that got to go. It's America. Okay? The wicked people in this place, they got to go, man. Because these people are more wicked than the rest of the world, man. Outside of America. All right? Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, earthquakes, in divers places. Okay? And that's, verse 7, that's all happening right now, man. That's all applying right now in these last days. Okay? As you keeping up with everything. If you keeping up with prophecy, with the current events that's happening around the world, man. Famines, pestilence, and earthquakes. All right? As you keeping up with earthquakes and so on and so forth. Especially in these last 2 years, man. 2020 and then 2021, man. All right? But like I said, people in these last days, they got a mindset of thinking that things are going to go back to normal, especially here in America. Going back to 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then a sudden destruction comes upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Because the Lord like to judge people by surprise, man. You know, they like the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, like to surprise people, man. You know. But like I said, that's what the people in these last days are going into, man. Peace and safety, you know. But like I was going, man, we at that time, man. Okay, we're at the time of World War, man. You know, as it is biblical. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the Book of Revelations. All right, verse 14, and it reads, "The second war is past, and behold, the third war comes quickly, man." Okay, and that was way after World War II. You know, because war means, you know, destruction. Okay, you know, so we at the time there's World War III. It's happening right now, man. Okay, you know, we at that time right now. You know, for y'all people that don't want to believe things like this. All right. All right, let me pull up the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 9. And it reads, "Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Be your plowshares to swords, and your prickling hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." Verse 11, assemble yourself, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathens be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I set to judge all the heathens round about. Okay? And that's what's happening over there in Israel, man. Which is what? The valley of Jehoshaphat, man. You know? The place of judgment. Matter of fact, let's look up that word. You know? It's a lucky. Go back real quick. If you look up the word Jehoshaphat, Yahweh has judged, okay? You know, because the Most High, you know, that's where World War III is going to take place, which is happening right now, as we hearing this, man, throughout the news, man, you know. But here in a little bit, hey, America's about to get the taste of it too as well, as these heathens over there getting the taste of it, you know. You know, the people out there getting the taste of the judgment of the Most High, man. You know? But that's what's happening right now, man. You know, we in that time right now. Okay? Let me go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 34. And it says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that comes forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations." All right. And, you know, indignation, which is the righteous judgment of the Most High, man. And that's what's happening. Okay. Now, this is the words of the Most High. Now, the words of the Most High came to about, you know, the gospel, the true gospel of the Lord came to about in about what? In the 1960s, man. That's when the Most High brought his words back out, man. His righteous word. Okay. That's when he started judging people, man. You know, by the prophets, right? You know, and, you know, during that time until now, the prophets been prophesying, man. The Lord has brought his words upon the scene, man. Okay. And says then, wars be happening. The start of the sparkle of World War III. Okay. All right. And that's what's going on because the Most High is judging the nations now, man. We at that time. All right. So the Most High make it clear and simple so y'all can listen, man. So the people can hearken to the judgment of the Most High, man. Just to let you know that the words of the Most High are that strong, man. All right. Isaiah 34, and it reads, Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things that cometh forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. All right. The valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Okay. Yahweh's judgment. All right. Let me see. Verse 3, their slains also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcass, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. All right. And it says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. All right. That's what, man? That's talking about the mushroom clouds, man. That's going to be made out of these missiles, man. And that's what's happening over there, man. All right. But eventually it's going to come to America. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. All right. Con. From there, let me go to Isaiah chapter 13. And let me start at verse 3. Isaiah 13 and 3. And it says, I have commended my sent ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mastered the host of the battle. Okay, because if we go to the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3, and says that the Lord Yahweh is a man of war, Well, what's happening right now, World War III, okay? He's the one that's mastering World War III, man. He's behind everything. Okay. All right. Verse 5, and it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. All right. And that's, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. That's what's happening over there in the Middle East, man. Okay. As they messing up the Israel over there, man. Okay. And those are these missiles, man. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, man. Because, matter of fact, let me get it real quick. You gotta understand that, matter of fact, let me see if I can get it real quick. I believe is. Can't find it real quick, but you gotta understand that these, World War III is going, it's gonna be fight. It's gonna be fighting and missiles, man. You know, it's not gonna be like they used to back in the day, man. You know, with everybody fighting against each other. Nah, man, this time it's gonna be a fight with missiles, man. You know, and that's what's happening right now. Okay, and eventually it's gonna happen to America, man. Okay. All right, let me go back to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, and it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then a sudden destruction comes upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. They shall not escape," man. Okay, you're not going to be able to escape from missiles, man. You know, it's gonna be impossible. All right, and like I said, what's going on worldwide is gonna come near you. Okay, and I'm speaking on the behalf of America, man. All right, because this place gotta go, man. Simple as that. So with that, hopefully this video was edifying. I'm gonna say shalom.